This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're on location in Denver, Colorado. I'm here with Mile High Equipment Technicians. Since 2011, this family-owned and operated business has been providing equipment, service, and repairs for folks all along the Front Range as well as surrounding states. I'm here with the owner. Hagen, thanks for joining us today. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. I mean, the passion for machines and how they work. This started for you back when you were 8 years old with a pretty common appliance, that of the vacuum cleaner. Obviously, you've extended yourself out into other areas. Share with me how this all got started for you. You have over 30 years of experience. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, Gary, it started out exactly like that with the vacuum. It was it's not working. Well, let me play with it. Take it apart, looks fine. Put it back together, and it magically works. So I discovered I had a little bit of a talent with my hands, and last few years growing up, you want to do something different, right? I mean, that's labor, but it finally settled into my gift, and and now I just try to bless everybody I can with that.
Wonderful. I mean, many would say that you're really in the health business because, as you guys say, healthy equipment equals healthy business, which equals healthy people. That kind of goes tied hand in hand with all the industries that you work with.
Right. With chiropractors, physical therapists, and even tanning, UV, vitamin D, which arguably is debatable. But
Sure.
My goal is to help out everyone I can. I don't have a business of my own where I do chiropractic. I'm not in competition. My goal is to help them succeed in their business, keeping everything I can healthy so that they can in turn take care of their clients.
This was a company that began in 2011. Basically, you took over. You were really focused on tanning salons and a lot of the equipment there. Eventually, you broke out into vast areas that helped a lot of different areas. Let's start off, first of all, with the tanning salons. What are some of the equipment that you're able to help with folks there, making sure they're up and optimally running?
In the tanning salon, we have UV beds, of course, which is the regular tanning light bed. Those come in multiple levels. And the newest, and not the newest, probably the most mainstream right now is Sunless, which is a sugar beet extract sprayed on the skin, reacts and causes a pigmentation, discoloration, and that's great because you can go in and in a couple of minutes get applied, and over the next several hours it develops, kind of like a Polaroid might have in the past.
Interesting. So this obviously technology is always evolving, which keeps your business one. You had to keep research up and training. We're sitting now in a chiropractic office. Obviously, technology helps them as well. What are some of the equipment that in an office like this that you're able to help with the service and repair?
In the chiropractor's office, they started really just stretching and kind of limber people up. Now they have drop systems, traction units, where they actually get everything in a chiropractor's office revolves around the spine. So they keep that communication highway open.
Not only for people that have been in accidents, but also those that want to take a proactive approach and keep themselves healthy. It's great. We here in Denver, we're very attuned to staying fit. We've got hundreds of fitness centers around the area. What are some of the equipment there that you're able to help with folks in the fitness centers as well?
Treadmills, bikes, resistance equipment. There's water resistance in a bike. As well as getting people in the pools, which that's a pool area, but they have a lot of equipment doing very similar physical therapy, occupational therapy. It's really, range of motion, just using your body in the most healthy way.
Obviously, the goal here is to make sure that all their equipment is up to optimal performance, but at the same time, if it gets not working correctly, we're talking about safety issues. So this is something that obviously business owners have to keep apprised as well.
Correct. The chiropractors have their own doctorate of chiropractic. Physical therapists, occupational therapists work under a medical license. And through that, they have certain safety tests. The equipment needs to be you need to make sure that it's grounded for leakage so that no one's going to get a shock, whether it's the clinician or the patient themselves. And that's an annual safety test.
Why is it important for business owners out there to work with a company such as yourself that is certified, factory certified when it comes to insured as well as trained?
Well, they need to carry their malpractice to cover any liabilities. For us, it's important to do the same thing, to provide credibility for our company. If anything were to go dramatically wrong, that they don't have to bear the burden, because it ends at whoever has the coverage. So we try to relieve that from them as well.
What about preventative maintenance? It's one thing to wait till something breaks down and then it halts business for a while. Does preventive maintenance on the front end really almost help the pocketbook overall? Absolutely.
All the equipment that we work on is compare that in a lot of ways to vehicles. If they can breathe, if the airflow is good, like tires, changing the oil, so forth. Equipment can run a long time if you neglect it, but eventually it's going to go really bad really fast and be a lot more expensive to the point of replacement. Where if you just keep on top of it, the most important part, I guess, is to have confidence in your equipment. And through regular maintenance, you can sleep well at night, that you know that all your appointments you have tomorrow are going to have a working piece of equipment.
Wonderful for folks out there that are putting in new installs. Are you guys able to come in, provide those installs, making sure everything's calibrated, up to compliance, safety tested? You do all that as well?
We do. I come from a long construction background. I built houses for a lot of years, and tenant finish. So we will do everything from a raw space all the way to really just tightening down the screws. We will do anything that the clients need. We're outfitted and capable to do all fronts.
Wonderful. Not only do you provide service for folks, but what about in the way of buying equipment or even selling equipment? Is that something you're able to help with as well?
Absolutely. We have relationships with several manufacturers. Some are exclusive, which are at different companies in town here. But we have our own, and broker anything that we can. Absolutely.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website. First of all, on the website, you can take a look at a lot of the services that they're able to provide. We're talking all along the Front Range as well as into multiple states. We're dealing with anything from chiropractors to physical therapy, occupational therapy, as well as tanning and fitness centers around the city here. It's as easy as reaching out and setting up a service call, and they can come out and check what you've got there, and also make sure that it's maintained and kept up. Obviously, we've been talking a lot about businesses that you're able to help. Anymore, though, we see a lot of folks who are able to put some of this equipment right inside their homes. Is this something, an area that you can help with as well?
Absolutely. We put everyone interested in their health they've got a treadmill and an exercise bike in their house. People with certain skin conditions, which was the original development of tanning beds, they have them in their homes. And there's a technology now for red light, and people like those in their homes as well. Just take a quick 20-minute nap and revitalize your body like it's 20.
Interesting. Like you said, basically your goal is to take your talents and help folks. Obviously, the family was happy when you put together the vacuum cleaner. But let me ask you, is it kind of nice knowing that you're helping multiple industries out there? Obviously, you're from the area here. I imagine you're probably a client of some of the companies that you actually help out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, at Journey Health here, I'm in twice a week.
Interesting. It's kind of nice knowing that you're helping across the board, your way of giving back here to Denver.
Yeah, you can buy a new piece of equipment and you can swap out parts, but all that goes in a landfill, and that's not my first choice. Right. If I can reclaim something, and even if it's not for its original purpose, in some cases, but everything still has a place, and I try to find it.
Excellent. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their contact information. Really just as simple as reaching out to them. And if you've got equipment out there in any one of the areas they specialize in, they can come out, possibly do a brand new install for you, make sure everything's up to compliance as well as safety tested. And or maybe you're just moving offices. A lot of times you want to make sure that all the electrical safety is in place there. Give them a call. We're talking about a company that's been servicing since 2011. At the helm here is Hagen, who has over 30 years of experience. That is Mile High Equipment Technicians right here in Denver, Colorado. This is Gary Atensa with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.